It's the first day of the 8th month of the year 2019. August is known to us as the month of amazing things.
Yeah. Speaking of amazing, guess who's back in the building?
Mr. Amazing himself. Yes, the man in gray.
Now, what that means, not what she said. Like,
What?
I'm talking about what August means, right? It's that things are turning up a little bit up for your viewing pleasure. You know, it's August. It's going to be a special month. It's still summertime.
Of course.
You know, the kids are at home. It's going to be special.
And we always make your day special, and it's a promise. We try to keep that promise every single morning. As long as you stay tuned, we're going to make it an even better day for you.
Yeah, make sure you stick around. It's going to be 3 hours of fulfilling television experience.
Yeah.
My name is Yomi Hilube.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. We're live streaming. It's tvcontinental.tv and Facebook Live at TVC Connect. Please send in those comments, contributions. Social media is waiting for them. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC.
Yeah, now you can also download our mobile app. We say this every day.
Yeah.
But, you know, it bears repeating. On Android and, of course, on the Apple iStore as well. Just, you know, use TVC Connect to search for it.
Yes,
and then you can download and check us out anywhere in the world.
So, quite a lineup.
And we'll also have information on the latest in the world of technology. Now, what's going on in that world? Things are moving pretty fast nowadays.
Very, very fast. Faster than you could ever think, actually. And for the best way to brighten your home, joining us for our home makeover series, we have Funke Shoibo, the founder of HNK Interiors. We're going to be looking at ways to spruce up your spaces today. That should be an interesting one.
Yeah. We also have John Adine, also known as Blue Note. And he's going to be, he's one of Nigeria's fastest growing saxophonists. He's going to be with us on the show today.
Can't wait. And then on to Book Chats. For Book Chat this morning, joining us to talk about her book titled Service the Way Out is St. Peter's Bell Jigo.
And for a live musical performance, we have Ben and the Voss Crew.
And for art display, we have Mr. Cornelius Tukumba Brown, who's going to be showing us some of his amazing works. Very nice. Look at those pieces. Wow.
Really cool.
Hey guys, happy August.
Yeah.
Welcome, Yummy.
Happy August indeed. The August visitor.
Really?
Oh, is that? Oh, okay.
That was the twist.
I'm a visitor. Okay, that's fine.
No,
You're
you're
not a
not.
visitor.
Really?
We're so happy to have you back. You know why?
Why?
It means days off for some people.
Oh, wow.
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay, so you have
That's
to
a
tell
good
us what
angle
you
to
were
it.
up to, I guess. You have to.
For a whole month, don't worry, I'm going to have a series from next week. I'll be telling you
Okay, be
the
serious.
stuff
No.
I've been up to. But yeah, a good part of it was work, a good part of it was travel, and then a good part of it was rest.
Okay.
So yeah, a couple of days, I think about 5 days straight for rest. So that was good.
Okay, that's nice.
That's really
nice.
good. You look well rested, relaxed.
Like, well, like
That's a good
I know
thing.
I can't speak for everybody else, but man, I need some 5 days sleep, man. Like, 5 days back to back sleep.
When the alarm
need
went off,
6
yeah.
weeks. No,
When
6
the alarm-
weeks. I need 6 weeks.
You did
like
6 weeks.
6 weeks of careful planning, maybe 2 weeks in the UK, a week somewhere outside Lagos,
Wow.
2 weeks to re-strategize for the year, then 1 week to sleep, not do anything. Like, I don't even want to think about food, maybe get pampered for the entire week. Then return to reality when the 6 weeks
when the
are
alarm went
over.
off this morning, I was like, okay, yeah, we can do this. We
You're gonna
can
get up.
do this. Yeah. Yes, we can. So, yeah, because
I saw you came with your energizer. I said,
Oh, yeah.
your V is here.
And I made it extra black and bitter this morning, so that to remind me that you're back at work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's good.
there's so much to really reflect on when you go on a break. A lot of people just don't take enough breaks. If you're someone that you're due for leave or whatever, just take it seriously, because there was a friend of mine who, for 2 years straight, he didn't go on leave, and he fell ill. Apparently, he hadn't been checking his health, no checkups, nothing. and he had never taken even just a week off.
I hope
before.
it wasn't fatal.
Right.
I know it wasn't fatal, but the issue was by the time he got to the doctor was like, "How are you still standing?" You know, like when all the tests are like red, and they're like, "How are you even still standing? That you need to just rest." And well, hey,
Yeah, I totally agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because I mean, so my husband is one of those people who really he doesn't visit the hospital. He doesn't like to go to the hospital.
Okay.
So he believes that his immune system reboots. It can reboot. So every single time that he's like, oh, okay, so he could wake up and say, I feel somehow. I'm like, okay, would you go to the hospital and do a check? But it really, okay, so my point is, where I'm going to is, it's important for men to do, men especially, because they take their health for granted. And yet there's a lot of mental work that goes on, a lot of physical work that they, go into or that they're involved with. It's important for you to do like a regular checkup. It's very important. Don't take your health for granted, because then you don't know what's accumulating.
Yeah.
That could be going wrong in your system, and then suddenly you break down, and then the family has to pay the consequences.
Exactly.
Ironically.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to say that there was a day, what MM was saying. I was driving on the Third Mainland Bridge, and my hands started twitching.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
I was taking my wife to work. We used to live on the mainland at the time. Right after I dropped her off, I just went straight to the hospital because I wasn't sure what it was. That had never happened before.
Your hands were just twitching?
Yeah, my hands were twitching.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when I got to the hospital, the regular checks, blood pressure, said blood pressure is fine, heart rate is fine, just checking everything. And then eventually, the guy started asking how many hours I sleep at night, when was the last time I took some days off. And the only thing that he gave to me was sleeping pills.
Wow.
He said, okay, so from tomorrow, I think it was a Wednesday, so tomorrow to the weekend, just take this once a day and don't do anything else, just sleep
My
and
husband,
eat.
he doesn't know, but I'm going to surprise him one day. I will drag him like this. Let's go I think sometime this week or next week. Like, we're going somewhere in Ikeja.
Yeah.
No, he's not watching. We are going to
Because he's already
Ikeja.
on
Yeah,
working,
so let's go.
All right.
Yeah, it's important,
So
really.
it's really, really important.
Very important.
Well,
I think,
I'm sure at the end of the day, everybody will be fine. It works both ways. Male, female, everyone needs to take care of themselves. We tend to take too many things for granted.
It's about
Health-wise.
time for us to take the news updates.
Yes,
Seems
indeed.
like it's yummy.
All right,
Wait
so
till I come back.
Abuja's relative peace, which has been disturbed lately, is about to return. That's because the Islamic movement in Nigeria has suspended its protests, meaning residents won't be witnessing any clash with police soon. Now, the halt in demonstrations is to allow openings for resolution, especially on the court case it has instituted. The Shiites are in court hoping to get their ban and labeling as a terrorist organization overturned. A spokesman for the movement earlier said they deserve to be heard concerning the allegations against them. The ban on the group followed violent protests where at least 15 persons died, including a reporter and a deputy commissioner of police. Now, the Federal University Wukari shut down on Wednesday after the abduction of a student. Now, of course, it will reopen in 2 weeks. The school's authorities believe the tense atmosphere at the institution will be calm by then. Owolabi Adenusi compiled this report.
Rampaging students at the school had led the authorities to fear the situation might get out of hand, especially when the student union raised concerns that the exams were only days away.
TIF students have been having a series of meetings for the past 2 days. And just today, as early as possible, around 7 to 8 a.m. in the morning, they gathered themselves and were protesting that one of them was kidnapped. So I'm talking to you, the school have not ascertained the student that was kidnapped. Neither did they ascertain the true nature of what really transpired.
For the safety of the students in the school, it was best that a mid-term break, it's a mid-term break that was given for students to go and rest. A lot of students, their foodstuff has finished and everything. Go and rest and prepare and come back for exams.
We are surprised that the TIF student came out in mass this early morning to protest.
Now, President Muhammadu Buhari has assured that his administration is doing everything possible to tackle security challenges in the country. And he stated this when he met with the traditional rulers from the southwest, led by the Oni of Ife, Adeyeye Ogunwusi, in Abuja. Responding to an address by the traditional rulers, the president says, and I quote, Working with the state governments, we intend to beef up the equipping of the police force and with advanced technology and equipment that can facilitate the work of the security agencies. He also sent a note of warning to those fomenting trouble and insecurity to the country. In his words, on our part, as the federal government, we are ready to deal decisively with anyone that is fomenting this spate of criminal activities by every means necessary. We intend to deal severely with those evil Nigerians inciting violence for political ends. The Oni of Ife, on behalf of other traditional rulers, expressed willingness to assist the fight against corruption in the country.
Mr. President will fast-track very rapid monitoring of our forests and bushes. They will install strategic CCTV along our highways, and the Inspector General of Police, they are very aggressive about cleansing the whole highways now.
Gombe now, where one person has been confirmed dead after a fuel tanker caught fire in an incident involving another truck and a motorcycle. Eyewitnesses say the accident occurred along Gombe-Bauchi Express Road while one of the trucks was trying to overtake the other. The firefighters and residents of the area battled to put out the blaze, and the injured are receiving treatment in hospital. Now, Gombe State has witnessed 2 similar incidences this year where about 18 persons died. Well, that's it on the weather update, on the news update for this hour. The weather update is next, and after that, sports. Most of the papers are reporting the issue on security and the meeting with the Southwest leaders yesterday by the president. And we started with this day.
Take it away.
On this day newspaper, we have this headline. It says, Buhari will deploy technology, overhaul security architecture to stem crime, to fix CCTVs on highways, license states to use drones. Meanwhile, it saddens by persistent traffic gridlock in Apapa. Also, the Shiites suspend protests, sue federal government over proscription. Amnesty International condemns sects ban. Further, it goes, Buhari passed WAEC exam with 5 credits, official tells Tribunal yesterday. Page 8 has more on that. It says here, Buratai to officers, you must be loyal to president and constitution. Just above the masthead here, airline operators worried as federal government gives more frequency to Emirates. Interesting one. NDIC, it says banks' losses to fraud jumped to 15.15 billion naira in 2018. That's a scary amount. Pays 116.25 billion naira to depositors, shareholders of failed institutions. That's what we have on the cover of this day.
All right, let's check out the Daily Sun this Thursday. Rising insecurity in the country. Buhari vows crackdown. Federal government to deploy drones, CCTVs in forests and highways, and hints of changes in military explains Adeosun's promotion redeployment. Edo Assembly sues National Assembly over takeover threat. Lawyers clash over crisis. And in the middle here, we have on page 4 and 5, 15 die in Niger boat mishap, scores missing. Wow. And Tribunal, Buhari has Cambridge certificate, a witness. We didn't issue president certificate, says WAEC. And corruption fueling insecurity, says Magu. And finally, protest rocks Sango Ota market over Babaloja's sack. That's what we have on the cover of the Daily Sun.
We have the Punch newspaper coming up next, and it says Shiites file case against ban today. Suspended protests. They suspend protests. Page 2 have more on that. Police, army joint operations against sect ongoing. 15 die, several missing in Niger boat accident. More on page 42. Stolen 400 million naira. Army detains fleeing soldier's wife, children. Oh, wow. Nigeria records 15 billion naira investments in 6 months. Lady, it's an interesting one here. Lady asks boyfriend to rape friend, films incident.
Wow.
That's a very odd story there. Edo, Kano, Delta lead in human trafficking, it says. On the Apapa gridlock, it saddens me, says Buhari. Port congestion forcing multinationals to leave. Meanwhile, right at the top here, it says, we'll use highway cameras to curb banditry, says Buhari. Why killer herdsmen must leave Southwest, Yoruba Obas say. And finally, MTN lifts partial ban on Glow calls. That's what we have on the cover of the Punch.
All right, let's check out the Daily Trust. Zakzaki, why IMN suspended protests. Shiite groups challenges federal government's prescription order. Buhari to Obas, we are deploying technology to tackle insecurity. Up here, we have Buhari sat for 8 courses in Cambridge exam, WAEC official says, and 15 killed, 37 missing in Niger boat mishap. How insecurity increased airlines' patronage. And over here, down below, we have airport cab driver returns 0.8 million naira to passenger. That's 800,000 naira. And National Assembly yet to communicate to Buhari on ministers designate. And finally, NNPC not competing with Dangote refinery, says Kiari. That's what we have on the cover of the Daily Trust.
We have the Nation newspaper coming up now. It says drones, CCTV to fight insecurity in Southwest. States to get license for highways, forest monitoring equipment. 15 die in boat accident. Again, a story that we've heard quite a few times today. Man allegedly slices daughter's throat. I really hope that is not true. It says, Leah's mother urges federal government to intensify efforts for daughter's release. Page 7 has more on that. Federal government, labor, minimum wage talks deadlocked. WAEC official, presidential aide, confirmed Buhari's certificates. Page 6 has more on that. And finally, federal government saves 500 billion naira from looters. That's what we have on the cover of the Nation newspaper.
Yeah, it looks like that's about all that we can take for this hour for the newspaper updates. We'll take some more later.
Yes, we will. We'll be back with the traffic situation in Lagos in a bit.
All right, it's Thursday, and we're going to be taking a look at the latest updates, what's currently happening around the city of Lagos when it comes to traffic. Well, hopefully to help you direct your way a little bit more smoother at least when you have a little bit of information. I've got my girls in the kitchen. Hey, ladies.
Yeah. Do you know, it's like we're Charlie's Angels because we're 3.
Yeah. Yomi's Angels, you mean?
You know, Wake Up Nigeria Angels.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yomi alone can't handle us.
Okay, I think it's time for traffic.
Mary, like,
I knew you
just
didn't
makes
hear me
all
immediately.
these kinds of statements. Anyway, so let's take a look at what's happening around Lagos right now with regards to traffic. On Ikorodu Road, that's where we're starting from. Things are not too bad. It's a Thursday, so you know how it is. The environmental sanitation in various parts of Lagos is helping the traffic not be too heavy. So if you're coming from Maryland and you're heading to the island this morning, just some pockets of traffic in different locations. You know how it is as usual. Maryland bus stop, a little bit of traffic, so you're going to spend some 10 minutes there or so. And then, of course, as you go along, you will find that a number of the major bus stops as well are a little bit busy. So Palm Grove, Obanikoro, Antony, Onikpan are busy, but not too bad, and they're not too tight right now. And of course, when you get to Jibo, it's kind of tight. It's kind of tight in Jibo, but again, it eases up a little bit after that as you head to the island. Now, there are some portions of the road that are a bit tight, but you know, on the whole, there's no blockade. Now, if you go a little bit backwards all the way to mile 12 and the rest of that, it's quite busy right now. So if you are going between that location to Maryland, which is where this morning's journey started from, it's busy. Now, Ojota bus stop is busy as well, quite busy. It's a bit red, so we might spend about 20 minutes there before you get out, but after that, it's kind of free. Now, let's head on over to, if you're coming from Bega to Third Mainland Bridge this morning, not too bad. The traffic is not too shabby, so you can go through that alternative route this morning. Now, Ojodu Bega itself is free, and then all the way to when you get to Ojota area, it gets a little bit busy. But after that, it's free once again. It frees up until you get to around Ogudu, where it slows down a little bit, and then speeds up a little bit again till you head to Ororo. Then after that, it's free till the middle of the Third Mainland Bridge, where it gets busy again. Now, I don't know if the ladies have some updates for us on Twitter.
I have a couple. It has to do with broken down vehicles. Not a good way for people to start the month. I can imagine how their owners feel. The first one says, a broken down car as you're going up the Mile 12 bridge from Owode Elede to Ketu is causing traffic in the axis. And further, a broken down white coaster bus at Mile 12 Arc, just before the Mile 12 footbridge, definitely causing traffic havoc this morning if it's not towed away immediately. So that's really sad for the car owners.
I have one here. As at 6:26 a.m., there was a little clarification from the RCCG praise team to clarify that there won't be a closure of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, but a diversion from Lagos inbound. Yeah. So for those that were, because there was a broadcast going around about the expressway being closed off.
There wasn't not just a broadcast, it was actually
a circular.
A circular, yeah.
So they're saying that it's not today. A total closure. Okay. So there will be, at least a road to pass. Then there's also an update on, you did mention Ikorodu Road earlier, Yomi, so I don't really need to talk about that. But I know that from Bega all the way to Ojota is free right now until you get to Ojota, where everything starts to get a little bit stiff. All right, that's what I have.
All right, I think that's about all that we can take on the traffic updates. It's a light Thursday, not too bad, not too shabby around the city. So, keep safe while you're on the road. Right. Now, I'm going to be joining the girls in the kitchen, and we have some gist for you.
Yes, hey guys. So we do. All right.
1st of August, first of all.
Yes, 1st of August.
Happy New Month, everybody.
We know, of course, the World Breastfeeding Month.
Yeah.
More like the Breastfeeding Week begins today.
Yeah.
And for me, breastfeeding is something I'm very passionate about. My personal experience is such that I was initially frightened about the possibility of breastfeeding. So I introduced milk a little too early. Then 3 weeks old, my daughter fell ill. Took her to the hospital and I was told, why, for goodness sake, are you giving a 3-week-old milk? And that was the turning point for me. I decided to do plenty of research on breastfeeding, and I found out just how healthy it is, not just for the child, but even for the mother. Actually protects the mother from several diseases. And I can boldly say that I have no problem even comforts breastfeeding a 6-year-old right now.
Mary.
I realized that sometimes when your child is in a bad way, it also helped us connect more with each other.
Of course, now that connection
that has
very,
really
very
helped.
key.
Yeah. So I think breastfeeding
we have
is a
an
blessing.
expert that will be coming in to talk about it during the week and next week as well. So hopefully we'll be able to get to a lot more of that. But I know that actually said she had some gist for us a bit earlier on.
Yeah.
Yeah? you
She's
got
forgotten
lost.
what she had to say.
Yeah, I mean, she got me with that breastfeeding.
She got you.
Oh,
okay.
boy.
All right, so Toyin Lawani.
Okay,
God.
here we go.
She wrote an epistle yesterday. Okay. And I'm just going to read out some of the things that she said because it got me really thinking, like, is this necessary? Yeah, so Toyin Lawani is actually the CEO of Tiana Styling. That's what she is popular for. She's a renowned fashion stylist. She styled a lot of celebrities. And she has a lot of businesses that she owns. She has Amala Joint. She's into
she has a hair salon.
She has an empire. As a matter of fact, an empire of businesses.
Admirable, if you ask me.
Yeah, she is. And then she was talking about how she's being officially, she's single, and that before she goes on a date with anyone, the man has to pay
2 million
naira into her account.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
There's a reason for that, though.
Yeah,
she gave the reason.
Yeah, and then she talked about if that's not happening, she's not going to leave her work where she gets her bread to make time for someone who's not willing to make that kind of financial commitments, to her personal being, because she has a lot of businesses that she runs, she attends to so many clients and then she talked about, there's something she said here that really got my attention.
Baby daddy?
No.
That part?
No. But you can go ahead.
So apparently the story is this. She posts, I'm officially single and all, and then guys took over her DMs.
All right.
And then, so she came up and I was like, hey, you guys should know that, yes, Toyin is single, Toyin is looking for a relationship, but I'm not looking for just anybody. I work hard. I own an empire. I don't sit down and wait for a man to feed me. So if I'm looking for a relationship, I want it to be with someone who can also not only take care of himself, but can take care of me. Wow. So before you even think of going on a date with me, be ready to pay 2 million naira. Let me even know whether you even have money at all. Wow. And then she now went further to say...
What's that? What's the 2 million for? So
the 2 million is so she can know you have money, of which it might even be somebody's orga's money that the orga will come and arrest that.
But you're not paying a 2 million for you. There's got to be... Yeah.
So it's for a date.
It's for a date.
That's what she said. Right. Okay. It's for a date. And then she went on to talk about...
Wow.
No, you didn't.
Okay, so that's date fee.
So it does depend on the type of people that have been approaching her until this point. If the people that have been approaching her up to now have just been very lackadaisical or possibly thinking that she is going to pay
their bills,
or pay their bills or make them famous, make them popular, it's probably a way she's trying to create a gate, some kind of wall.
Because she went on to
why I actually thought we should talk about this is because I'm not concerned about the people that she wants to date. She can date whoever she wants to. But, I mean, being a business entrepreneur, a successful one at that, there are a lot of young girls that are looking up to you. Have your personal opinions about the kind of lifestyle you want to live to yourself. But you're inspiring a lot of young people out there. And because we live in an era where, a lot of people are throwing, morality out the gates, you need to be cautious.
What you say and how you do it.
Do you understand? There are a lot of young girls looking up to you. There are a lot of girls that are inspired by the way you run your business, by how successful you are, and all of that. So, I mean, you just have to be cautious. So for me, I don't know.
Okay, so the truth
for
is,
everyone,
women being
really.
paid for anything, even being paid for something that they're actually skilled at. Women have been accused of sleeping their way to the top in so many different ways. So it does feel a little bit upsetting that it comes about as if she's saying she needs to be paid for a service. To be serviced.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm coining that the right way. And it is sad but I think maybe she just went a bit too far with it. I don't think she actually needs that money. That's
Okay,
to me,
objectively,
she's not someone that needs money.
Yeah.
Objectively,
If you get my point.
I read that today. I read what she wrote to the end, and she did mention her baby daddy and how she might probably reconcile with him. That even slipped into her DM saying maybe they should make a second baby and all. That he's handsome, he has money. She might as well just go back to him.
Yeah.
Now, whether or not she asked for money, let's always remember something. This issue of role models. Everybody is a human being. Everybody has their faults. Nobody is perfect. Yes, the person might be a celebrity, but this is one of the reasons why people live fake lives, though. People have their personal fire burning them that you don't even know about. Yes, this might be her own way of even finding happiness, just so people can notice she exists before she goes to commit suicide. We are still the same people who say, see, I'm being very honest. Some people, you think they are seeking attention, but that's their own way of staying sane. So, please, know your limits.
All right. We do have to go to a break now. Of course, we'll be back shortly, and there's more on Wake Up Nigeria.
All right, commit suicide. Blue Note is our first performer this morning on the show. He's John Adene, also known as Blue Note, of course, and he's one of Nigeria's fastest growing saxophonists and entertainer in Nigeria today. Professional musician with strong Christian ethics, Blue Note has worked tirelessly over the years to carve a niche for himself. And this morning, he'll be doing a sonorous medley for us. Titled with the song Hero. Oh, nice. Blue Note, you have been doing this for over a decade, and playing the saxophone isn't easy. How has it been?
It's not been easy, but if you really have passion for something and you put your mind at it and your strength at it, you will definitely succeed.
All right. So we actually don't have enough time, so I'm just going to allow you do your thing.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Take it away.
Well, here's me straightening my collar because it feels really good to be back at work.
Yeah.
And back on Wake Up Nigeria. It's like, home.
You came
back
home.
Yeah.
Aww.
So you deserve a hug this morning.
Really? Oh, really?
There you go. There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is where we say, that's where we, what till you bring come?
You Lagos people.
Just
why?
hug,
Why?
that's all. Now
Yes.
hug, we go chop.
Love, lots of love to everyone and everyone in the building as well. Just love. So just come to me for
caught him
advice.
off guard.
Free advice and free mentoring and coaching as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yummy. Yeah, we actually have missed that. We've missed the mentoring and coaching on the couch here. But it's been a lovely first hour. The second hour promises to be even better. And now, you can take our word for it.
Yeah. It's going to be nice. My name is Yomi Ogbe.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. We're live streaming at tvcontinental.tv and Facebook at TVC Connect. Please connect with us. Send in those comments as soon as you can with all the social media platforms using our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC.
We also have an app available on the Android and iOS stores now. Download this app, use TVC Connect to search for it, and you can watch us from anywhere in the world.
Please do, please do. It's never complete without our amazing chefs, though. We have our kitchen already a-buzzing. They're
Hey,
whipping
guys.
up something in there.
I mean, a sweetening.
A sweet
Because today's breakfast is something for the,
Something light.
you know, for the works. I can't wait for it. It has to do with cream and fruits. Keep your fingers crossed. You're gonna find out.
Look at
Oh, why did you show them yet?
That's
I
my
wanted
kind of
to
thing right
gloat.
there. Yeah.
So it's Chef Shebi Otimo as usual. So it's great to have her here today.
Thank you.
Welcome
Looking forward
back.
to what you guys have for us.
Yeah.
Welcome back. That's one of my favorite chefs here, really, honestly. She's so down to earth and has some really
Then she just,
nice twists.
And she coolies your life.
Kuli. Yes, indeed. Now, we have quite a lineup, and for the best way to brighten your home, you need to join us for our brand new home makeover series. Now, that's starting today, and today we have an expert, Funke Shoibo, the founder of HNK Interiors, joining us. We're going to see how we can spruce up some spaces, especially when it comes to the colors you use in your home.
Yeah, we're going to be looking at a book this morning. You know, Thursdays are for our book chat. And Service the Way Out is our book for this morning. And it's written by S.T. Petersbell Jigo.
For musical performance, we have the Voss crew showing up and brightening our stage.
Thursdays are also for art displays, and we have Cornelius Tokumbo Brown to show us some of his works on the show today.
Seems to like to use the blacks and the whites.
The monochrome.
Monochrome.
Yeah,
Yeah, really interested in speaking
very nice,
with him.
very nice.
Okay,
Sounds
so for birthday shout-outs, I almost forgot. Someone asked me to give a birthday shout-out. You know, folks sending stuff and asking you to make the shout-outs. I totally forgot. So this one is courtesy Tina Akpan. Incidentally, not our chef.
Yeah.
But Tina Akpan wishing Mrs. Obasa a happy birthday.
All right.
Today happens to be her birthday.
All right, then.
Okay.
Yes, and I'm giving a personal shout-out to Francis Agbaje. Happy birthday to you. Tough solution.
I hope Francis is watching.
Yeah, I
hope so
really
too.
hope he is.
Whoever Francis is, really.
Wow.
I mean, yeah.
So Francis is a guy I never met until, 2-3 years ago. And he took it upon himself to form my fan club.
Oh.
Yeah.
So the
Like-
Lady O'Mary fans.
As in, he organizes them. Apparently, they even have a WhatsApp group and stuff. So whenever things are happening that have to do with my fans, I just defer to Francis. I'm like, you guys should please
You
see
call
Francis.
them the Solations.
Yeah, the Solations.
He has this whole thing,
Yeah.
this whole nother life.
Yes, so that we don't know about.
No,
Very
but they're
nice.
really wonderful people.
Yeah.
They're really wonderful people.
I wanted to throw in that August is the month where on my social media pages, my followers, I won't call them my fan now, my followers and we try to raise funds for girls to go to school. I don't know if you've noted that every single year I do this. And on my birthday, from about 4 years ago, I said no parties, no extravagant spending, and I've been doing this for 4 years now. But everything I do get as gifts goes to those girls.
It's
So,
good, it's good.
we're
Special
doing that
people
again.
whose birthdays are this month. Barack Obama, Michael Jackson,
For me, the
Papilo.
most special person
Papilo,
Yeah.
IBB.
is my mom. So my mom's
That's for the older
birthday
guys.
is on
whoever-
Sunday,
yeah. Your mother's birthday is Sunday. Okay.
August 4th.
Oh,
So it's really special
some
for
really
me.
nice stuff.
It's
Please
interesting.
try and do something nice for someone this month, even
Please
if
do.
yeah, do something nice, especially for the kids that are going back to school. So the whole idea is before September, you know, we've raised enough to send some girls that probably never had the chance to go to school to get into school for the first time. So,
Very nice.
hey.
because we have something to energize you this morning. Courtesy Chef Shebi Otimo. Great morning to you. Welcome to the kitchen right here on Wake Up Nigeria. This morning, she's making something super nutritious and tasty as well. So what are we having for breakfast?
Fruit parfait.
Food parfait.
Fruits
parfait.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes, something light.
Okay, give me something light. All right, so what are we making use of?
Yeah, we are making use of our kuli.
Okay, kuli.
Granite cookies.
Wait, in fruits, there's always a twist when you are here. Let's talk about the rest of the ingredients.
Yes, this is fruit gel.
Okay.
And this is coconut flakes.
Okay.
Our coconut crumbs, our kuli crumbs.
Okay,
And
so this is a granite cookies crumbs.
Yes.
That's what she was calling it.
Granite
kuli.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is our wafer sticks.
Okay.
Apple and grapes. All this, and this is our yogurt. This is sweetened yogurt. We have
sweetened one, okay.
Unsweetened, and we have sweet. Well, this is sweetened yogurt. Okay. All these are to garnish this.
What a sweet way to start the month of August, if you ask me. Yes. Yummy. All right, so what's the first thing we're doing?
Yeah, we are dicing this, our fruit, our apple.
Okay,
yes.
So we dice the apples.
Yes, we dice it to put in the cup.
Okay.
Yes.
So when the apples have been diced, what happens next?
Then we have to put our
Don't worry, you can go on with that. We'll put the
fruit. The yogurt in the cup.
Okay.
Then after that, we put our garnish, any one of it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So one by one, right? Till we get what we want
to the top of the cup. Yes.
To the top of the cup.
Yes. Depending on what you want.
So I've had different kinds of parfait. I've had different twists to it.
Yeah.
But who would have thought of adding kuli to parfait?
It's very nice. After taking it, you are good for the day.
Are you serious? Like that would be a filling breakfast because of the
granite cookies. Yes.
Wow.
Granite cookies.
I just learned something new. Kuli in yogurt.
Yes. Very nice. Even in pap.
In pap?
Wow.
In pap? Kuli. I've never tried that one before.
Oh my, try it and you enjoy it.
Hey, as they say, every day we learn new things.
Yeah.
Kuli in parfait.
Yes, no.
Wow, I can't wait to taste this. Trust me, I might even do a video about it.
That's why it's called parfait. Parfait is, you have so many things inside.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I know we put so many. Well, this is a great way to localize it anyway.
Yes.
It's a great way.
It's a Greek yogurt. It's a Greek yogurt without preservative.
Okay, so it's fresh.
It's fresh.
Okay.
Freshly made.
Okay.
So
do you make it as well?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you made it yourself?
Exactly.
Oh, wow. So, I wish you could run us through the process. Perhaps one of these days we'll make the yogurt from the scratch.
No problem.
Madam, everything from the scratch.
No problem.
Okay, so it's a wonderful one for us this morning. Kuli parfait. Okay, she doesn't want me to say that. About fruit parfait with kuli inside. I just could not resist. We need to take this break right now. Stay with us and still Wake Up Nigeria. For staying tuned, it's still Wake Up Nigeria, and it's time for us to talk tech. Yes, that's what we do on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And today, I've got with me Ambassador Joshua. Now, Joshua will be talking about digital tools for profitability. That's the focus for today. So when we talk about digital tools for profitability, we're talking about tools that aid your business, right? All right, so school me on this.
Scale up. Yeah. Some free digital tools that you can use to...
Free ones.
Yes,
that's the key word every time.
That any kind of business can use to scale up for profitability, for visibility. And yep.
Please run me through them. I'm very interested. What's the first one?
Okay, first one, I'll talk about websites. So one of the ways businesses that are just growing, startups most especially, can get a website is via a platform called Wix.
Wix?
Yes, Wix, W-I-X. It's a drag and drop system whereby you can build a simple site for your business.
Free?
Yes, free of charge.
So you get the model for the site, that's the skeleton?
Yes. They have different themes, so you just choose the ones that suit you.
And it's completely free?
Yes.
There are no hidden...
No.
You know, sometimes when you start something free and then you're told you need to pay for something.
No, you're not paying for anything.
Completely free?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
And that's great for business owners setting up a website. But does it end with .com or
Yes,
something?
yes, they have their own extension, but I would also advise people, there's something called Bitly.
Okay.
So you can also shorten the link to possibly, if I own a website at maybe Joshua, so they'll give me www.joshua.wix.com.
Okay.
So I can just shorten to bit.joshua.com.
Okay,
Yes.
okay,
Yep.
okay. So you could use the Bitly, you know, Bitly
Yes,
is for shortening, so you can actually just make it Bitly.Joshua.
Yes, you can like customize it.
Oh.
Yes, using Bitly.
Fantastic. So what
Another
else
one,
do we need?
we have Google Sites. It's a product Google just launched. It's different from Google My Business.
Okay.
Can also use to build sites.
Wow.
Very good one, responsive sites.
Wow.
On desktop. Yes, they just launched it. Yeah, and
So you
also-
just need basic knowledge of technology and you can build it yourself.
Yes, yes. You don't need to know anything about coding. You need to know
doesn't
coding. It's a
this-
drag and drop system.
Doesn't this kind of harm those who actually earn a living from these things?
Okay,
Or is there going to be a point you actually need a website developer to finish things off for you?
okay, now the advantage is as startups, they don't have money to possibly pay
A website developer.
websites, and so
Okay.
for a start, they can just use this to get more clients. And as time goes on, if they want to scale, they might pay to a graphics, a website designer.
Okay, okay, fantastic. What else do I need to know?
Okay, for videos, like startups, you want to teach your content, to shoot and edit videos, I have some tools. First one, quick one is InShot. I use InShot a lot to shoot my videos and edit. As a matter of fact, I go to weddings and I'll just do some quick shots, edit it. Just imagine you doing your wedding on a Saturday, and before the end of that Saturday, your video is on Instagram.
Video is ready. Wow.
Yeah, so InShot is I like InShot a lot. You can do subtitling, you can add music, so many things you can do with InShot.
Wow.
We also have Quick also something related to InShot for video editing. Then to trademark your videos, we have another tool called Video Watermark. You can use it to trademark your video, just put your logo to look more professional.
Video watermark.
Yes.
So you need to download all of these apps
Yes,
on
yes.
your phone so you can make use of them, or your laptop as the case may be.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, we have another tools for editing of pictures. We have Snapseed. Snapseed is fantastic.
Oh.
We have Pixlr, which is also for editing pictures. Like you take pictures of a product, you can go up to Snapseed and edit it, and it will look fantastic.
Wow. So what else do I need to know?
Okay, for graphics now, because as startups, we
Okay,
need
yes,
graphics.
because graphics is one of the
we
things
need
many
graphics.
startups
Yeah, so
spend a lot of money
when
on.
I started on teaching digital tools, when I put on my content, quick one, I just go to Canva on my phone and designing graphics that relates to my post. So I have Canva and Adobe Spark Post.
Okay.
Yeah, amazing. I also use Canva to design slides. For example, if I want to teach, I just design graphic slides and yep.
Oh, wow. So what else do I need to know?
Okay, we have, for recording your screen, like you want to teach something that's on your phone, you can record your screen using Omelette Arcade. It's an
Omelette
app.
Arcade.
Yes, it's an app.
Because I've always wondered how people can actually record what they're doing on their
do that,
screen. Like you're showing people how to navigate.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's fantastic for thought leaders. If you want to teach anything, it's on their phone or on their system. We have Omelette Arcade. We have D Recorder also.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
So that records as you're navigating on the system or on your phone.
And this massive one I love so much is, as a startup, if you want to build animations for you, like video animations for marketing, they're free tools like Animaker, Render Forest. They give you amazing animated videos with the drag and drop system.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like I can, as a startup, draw my own animation videos, like set it up.
Yes.
What?
That will
What
actually
do you call
sell
it
your
again?
brand. We have Animaker, like Animaker.
Okay.
Animaker and Render Forest.
And they are completely free.
Yes, completely free.
I wish we could go on and on, and I'm sure so many people are like, Mary, what do you mean you wish? Finish it. I'm sorry, I can't. But of course, this is something we'll probably do again some other time. In the meantime, we have to move on. But first, we'll take this break, after which, of course, will be having a conversation for Art Display this morning.
Thank you very much, Mary. Interesting conversation there with Mr. Joshua. Moving on to arts as well. Yes, this morning we had Mr. Colinius Tokumbo Brown. He's an artist popularly called Tokes Brown. He has lived overseas since he launched his brand of faith-based arts with a debut show in an art gallery in Lagos Island in 1987. Whoa. We have a veteran in the house, people. And I am so pleased to meet you, sir.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome to the show. Yes, so, Mr. Stokes-Brown, let's talk about Adumadon. Good. Yes, I hope I pronounced that
pronounced
properly.
it right.
Right, Adumadon. Yes, which of course makes reference to some of the arts that we have here. Let's talk about Adumadon. What is it about?
Well, it's a play on words. The Adu there stands for black. And Adumadon is a phrase I heard a lot when I was younger. And adults used to refer to women who were very dark-skinned, but incredibly beautiful. They refer to them as Adumadon, Omoge Adumadon.
Okay.
And I related that to my own particular interest in the black pigment. As a child, I loved painting with black, just as a monochrome, black and white, or sometimes black on a colored background. And so recently I decided to actually brand my work, and it was Adumadon that came to me, you know, so that's where the word Adumadon came from.
Adumadon. This is a very unique piece of artwork here. Let's talk about the story behind this female representation here of Adumadon.
Yeah, Adumadon was actually launched in April this year in Paris.
Oh, okay.
And this painting was actually not produced then.
Oh.
I actually exhibited some others. And a lot of the black Parisians, you know, these black people in diaspora who live in France, they identify a lot with my work because I have these man with like trees coming out of his head.
I saw that, man like
and
trees.
most of these young people actually wear dreadlocks. I think it's a kind of statement about their identity. Even some professionals, lawyers, most of them have dreadlocks. And so every time they saw my work, they would say, "That's me, that's me."
Oh, wow.
So after that, I produced this particular painting, and I called it I'm a Tree.
I'm a Tree.
Yeah, so that's where that came from, yeah.
Wow. That is an amazing piece of artwork there, I'm a Tree. I love the inspiration behind it. Yes.
Well, was produced after my Parisian experience.
Okay.
And that one is titled Uprooted but Not Derooted.
Uprooted but not derooted.
Because you could actually see that most of these people in diaspora still have a very strong link with Africa. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk. Okay, we'll have to go on a quick break because there's so much, you know, story behind some of your artwork that we would like us to talk about.
Okay, cool.
We'll be right back. Stay with us.
All right.
Welcome back to Stokes-Brown is here, of course, and we are talking about Adumadon. Yes. Yeah, black and beautiful. Yes, so we were talking about this particular artwork before we went on a break.
Yeah.
You talked about it being deep-rooted, being uprooted, but not deep-rooted.
Not derooted.
Not derooted.
Uprooted but not derooted. What happened is a woman actually saw my work, and they were asking me whether the trees I drew were the baobab. Oh, and I don't know anything about the baobab, because they are mostly in the Sahel, near the desert, and especially around the Francophone countries. And so I pretended I knew much about the baobab. So I said, tell me more about the baobab. And they said the baobab is actually a very resilient tree, you know, that even, you know, though they were uprooted from Africa, they are like the baobab. They are resilient, though they were uprooted, but they are not, they've not lost their roots, their African roots. Yeah.
Okay. Being a faith-based artist, what's it been like? I mean, it's being a faith-based artist. It's not a common word. I mean, in that industry.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it, sir.
Now, faith-based. In 1987, I actually held the first Christian art exhibition in Nigeria.
Okay.
And because that year, I think about 2 years before that, I became a Christian, and my art took a different turn. And so I had to like change the direction of some of the stuff I used to do. And I know you look at my work now and you say, what is Christian about it? All my work they're all inspired by, you know, my Christian faith.
Christian faith, okay.
For instance, Aduma Don, actually, what it's actually saying is, black person or black man, give yourself permission to shine.
Oh, lovely.
We are very apologetic about our being black. Even some people even say everything black is negative, and it's not true. You never talk about black music, which, is good music. Black athletes, they're the best. There's black tie, black dress.
Black shines, actually.
But what people will be telling you will be, you know...
Negative things
about black, you know, that...
and you're just trying to, you know, change that narrative.
Exactly.
With
None of those
artwork.
negative words are coming to me right now. I'm trying to remember some of them.
Okay.
Because I've trained myself to think differently.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Tux Brown. I know that you have an exhibition coming up later on today.
Yes. It starts today at Didi Museum.
Okay.
I'm from 7 to 9 every day.
All right. Thank you so much,
Thank you very
Mr.
much.
Tux Brown, for this lovely artwork and for reminding us that black is beautiful wherever you go and wherever you find yourself, regardless. Thank you so much. At this point, we have to move over to the kitchen and find out what's going on. What's up, Mary?
So a lot has been going on. I was having a breakfast of toast myself, but we still have our very wonderful chef, Shebi Otimo of Supertown Concepts, in the kitchen with us on Wake Up Nigeria. And this morning, she's making us fruit parfait, a.k.a. kuli kuli parfait. She doesn't want to hear me say that. So everything is ready now. She's cut the apples up, diced it, right?
Yes.
So let's set up.
All right.
How do we put them together?
Yes.
So in case you missed it earlier, we're making use of grapes, right? Sweetened yogurt. We're also making use of, let's take a look at the ingredients. Grapes, sweetened yogurt. We're making use of wafer sticks. We're also making use of, you called it granite cookies.
Granite cookies.
Yes.
Kuli crumbs.
Kuli crumbs. And then, of course, we have coconut flakes. We have jellies there. Apples, of course. And I don't know what she's doing with the larger sized kuli though.
Yes.
So
just to garnish it.
Okay, so this sweetened yogurt, right?
This is sweetened yogurt. Yes.
That first, that goes in first, right?
That goes in first.
Then the coconut.
This is the coconut flakes.
Okay.
I'm putting now.
So the coconut flakes.
Yes, I'm
then
putting my
apples.
Apples.
A mix of red and green, or just?
Depending on
it doesn't
how you
matter.
want, it doesn't matter.
Okay, okay. Because I noticed you cut up one green, one red.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so what goes in next? The yogurt again?
The yogurt again.
Okay. Wow, this is frozen.
Exactly. That's what makes it yogurt. And this is homemade yogurt.
Homemade yogurt. Hey, you were telling me about the fact that you made this yogurt yourself.
Yes.
How did you go about it?
Yes. Making yogurt.
Yeah.
Yes, it's milk, sugar, and our culture.
Milk, sugar, and culture?
Yes.
That's all. What kind of milk? Fresh milk like Fura?
No. Our
regular milk?
Powdered milk.
Powdered milk?
Yes.
Wow, with sugar and culture. Of course, with water, a bit of water.
Exactly, depending on how you want it to get thick.
Wow. So as soon as you put the culture, it forms up?
That's another class entirely.
That's another class. I'm really interested in this class. It would be nice to make homemade yogurt for the family, wouldn't it?
Yes, yes.
So we're putting in the grapes now?
We are putting in the grapes now.
Okay.
We are putting in the...
More apples?
More apples.
Okay.
We are putting in our jelly.
I was wondering if the jellies will ever make it. No, I want the green, because we already have red here. Okay. Can we add green as well?
Okay.
Green and yellow. Yay! I love colors in food. Oh, wow.
Nice.
So are we going to sprinkle anything on it?
Yeah.
The kuli again.
Coconut.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Granite cookies. Yeah, granite cookie
Yeah,
crumbs.
mixing it up. Kuli, look at it, kuli.
More yogurt on.
More yogurt.
Okay.
I think my cup is a little bit small. I don't mind.
Okay. This is breakfast already.
Yes, it is.
Anything after this is just extra.
It's just extra.
There's no space for the wafer sticks again. You will create the space. Ha. Now, wow.
This is it now.
Wow. This is fantastic. Yeah, so if you're trying to get your children to have breakfast, this is definitely something that you can always feed your children with. Oh, wow, this is lovely. Okay, so let's put this here so everyone can see what you've done so far. I know you want to work on the second one.
Yes.
Okay, so keep up with the second one. So first, yogurt.
Yes, yogurt.
Right, okay, so the yogurt goes in first. And then we have the coconut flakes going afterwards, right?
Exactly.
And then...
Coconut flakes, our granite cookies.
Yeah. So coconut flakes, granite cookies. Kuli perfect. Okay, I don't want it to have my head, but I just can't resist it. Like, whenever I think of parfait, I have never...
That is interesting you so much.
I'm telling you, I've never thought of kuli with parfait. Like, you know, you go French parfait and then you have kole parfait. Sorry. All right. We need to join Titi. Titi is with the band outside, and I'm sure she's craving the fruit parfait.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in the garden, and it's about time for you to meet the amazing VOS with Pastor Benjamin in the lead here. They're about to take it away, and I'm going to keep dancing. Just keep dancing, people. Let's go!
Títí ayé lọ ọ̀la rẹ̀ Ọlọ́run àjùlọ o. Títí ayé lọ ọ̀la rẹ̀ Ọlọ́run àjùlọ o. Títí ayé lọ ọ̀la rẹ̀ Ọlọ́run àjùlọ o. Ó jọ mí lójú o, òwe tó ṣe láàánú yẹn. Ó jọ mí lójú sẹ́. Ó mà yà mí lẹ́nu sẹ́. Ó jọ mí lójú o, òwe tó ṣe láàánú yẹn. Ó jọ mí lójú o. Ó dà títí ayé lọ láàrẹ̀ Ọlọ́run àjùlọ o. Somebody say Baba, somebody say Baba, somebody say Baba, somebody say Baba. Can I hear you say it? Somebody say Baba, somebody say Baba, Baba Baba Baba, Baba 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 Miloto. Tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ wípé wà ní iyọ̀ ayé bí iyọ̀ ayé bá dòkú kí làwọn fi mú un. Ó dá méjì mélòdì lóde. TVC làwọn àtàtì ìṣòro Wake Up Nigeria sọ pé méjì mélòdì lóde sẹ́. Àjèjì wọlé kò ní lè máma yóò. Àjèjì wọlé kò ní lè máma yóò. Bóyá bí ẹ bá ń gbọ́ gbàmúgbàmù lóde, bí ẹ bá ń gbọ́ jìgìjìgì lóde, báwo ẹ̀ sókè bá ẹ̀ sọ Ọlọ́run àgbáńlá ayé. Ọlọ́run àgbájọ ayé. Ọlọ́run àgbájọ. bá ṣe ò ló jọ mí lójú. mi ò gbọ́ àní ọ̀rọ̀ tí dàdí ṣe ò ló yà mí lẹ́nu. bàbá olóore ọ̀pẹ ló yá yé. ó sọ̀rọ̀ bàbá olóore ọ̀pẹ ló yá lítẹ̀. ọ̀rọ̀ náà ṣe mo fẹ́ yin bàbá mi mo fẹ́ yin bàbá mi.
All right, you might just, just discover that I'm around. You might just be discovering it. Maybe you just woke up, but I'm in the building.
Yes, he
I'm
is.
just letting you know, it's been a whole 2 hours already.
Yes,
and
indeed.
I still have lots of energy to go.
As in, we're all jealous of this extra energy you have today, honestly. As in, like,
I brought lots of love and blessings.
Amen to that.
And it's been good. It's been good.
He's so happy to be back. Welcome him with us. Please welcome him on social media. Please use our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC. We have a really interesting experience coming your way. Make sure you don't miss it. My name is Titilayo Oyinson.
And I'm Yomi Okpe. We're streaming live. You know that already. tvcontinental.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect. Send in your comments across our social media platforms with the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria.
Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. We added that while you were away.
Yeah. That's true. So Wake Up Nigeria on TV. Wake Up Nigeria, hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC.
Yes, indeed. Now we have an app available for download for both Android and iOS stores. The app lets you watch us and all the amazing TVC shows live from anywhere in the world.
For musical performance now, of course, you saw him earlier on.
Yeah.
The Voss crew in the building.
I was dancing.
Giving us some a little bit of Owambe on a Thursday morning, which is nice, not bad.
And it's one of the best ways to brighten your day. Speaking of brightening things, brightening your home for us is also very important. For our brand new home makeover series, we have Funke Shoibo as our expert. Now, she's the founder of HNK Interiors, and she's going to be talking to us about how to spruce up your space.
And lastly, we have a book chat coming up with St. Petersbell Jigo on her book, Service, The Way Out. I like it. Very nice.
I'm very intrigued. I want to know a lot more
God's answer to a woman's questions.
Interesting.
Don't you like that?
Actually, man, I have some questions. I have questions. I'm looking for answers.
Oh, you're looking for questions?
I'm looking for answers.
Okay.
Yeah, I have loads.
So maybe this book is what you need.
I will be flipping through. I will be.
Some deep issues that women have sometimes.
Well, actually, it's not about women. As much as it's going to answer some questions, it has to do with the church. But anyway, you guys will have that conversation.
Yeah. So I almost forgot what's going on today. Today is World Lung Cancer Day. Today is Earth Overshoot Day. Today is International Child-Free Day.
Oh, wow.
How did I know of this? Okay.
Did you say child-free
Today,
day?
yes. Today is International Child-Free Day. Today is World Scout Scarf Day. That's what Scouts. World Wide Web Day. So today is WWW Day.
WW. Very nice.
Today,
Also,
a lot of things. Planner Day.
There's always something.
I'm telling you, Respect for Parents Day.
Why did
Yorkshire
you say that
Day.
one now?
Then
Respect for Parents Day.
Day.
Yeah. So that's to all the kids are home today. I mean, during the holiday. Respect for Parents' Day is today.
Yes,
so
if
your dad or mom has left already, send them a text message.
Yeah, you respect them and show it as well. It's one thing to say.
Prostrate and take a picture of yourself prostrating and send to them.
So yeah, summer coaching. I know that. Well, I'm not. I can't relate with it because none of my kid is in summer school yet. But I've been seeing a lot of summer coaching.
Yeah.
And then I like the fact that we have evolved to that point where we know that it's not too young to learn a skill.
True.
You know.
True.
So some of the summer coachings are actually, you know, coming up with vocational skills, makeup, bead making, TV presentation. I saw TV presentation, you know, radio presentation, and I'm impressed. I'm like, it's good that you know
really cool.
they're you know giving.
But there are some schools. Sometimes I just feel like it's a scam. I'm sorry, I have to say it. I feel like it's a scam. The school still needs to run their generators during the holidays, and you guys are taking your kids home. We need those kids to come back so you can pay for our NEPA and our gen. I just feel that way sometimes.
So but like MM, I think...
That's for the schools, not the vocational things.
Like MM, I think any summer school should focus on, you know, giving skills to the children. So even if you can't go that far with bead making and all of that, you can do swimming, you can do tennis, piano.
Some extracurricular actually to some children. So some parents take their children to a summer school where you learn skills, you learn new things, and then some parents will take their children to a summer school where you learn what you're supposed to study in the next term. Now, you guys resume the next term, and some children are sharp, super sharp, going, and your child is staying at the back like, what's going on? We finished this class together. How come yours? And then you find a child that is probably taking first or second position, dropping to like 9th or 10th. And so it also affects the child's psyche. So perhaps you should encourage schools, yes, if you want to do the summer lessons, you know, teach them ahead. It's also important to infuse these things so the children can get all of it together.
Very nice. We just have to...
They should leave the book for the
at the end of the day,
period.
some children
let their brains breathe.
Come
on. As much as you want them to
let's take the news. Before the news, though, we have one other birthday shout-out. We've taken lots of birthday shout-outs today. Taiwo and Kende Ayeku from all the way in Ilorin. You know, they watch us in Ilorin as well. And this is from Richard that's wishing you a happy birthday.
I got the full name of the lady, but I can't remember the middle one. It's Augusta Obasa, Mrs. Augusta Obasa. I'm sorry, let me just...
Let it go, Mary.
All right, so
let it go.
We're going straight to...
Now for a look at ways to light up, brighten up your homes, rooms, offices, and many other spaces. Joining us for our homemaker series, our home makeover series rather, is Funke Shoibo. Now she is the founder of HNK Interiors and Opulent Living. Now she has a diploma in interior design from Sheffield School of Interior and has been behind HNK Interiors since 2007. She's here with us, joining us with a huge smile on her face, looking very opulent, I must say.
Thank you, Titi.
Welcome to the show. Okay,
Thank
so this
you.
is a new segment for us,
Right.
but a lot of people have made really nice comments about how our set is, and we've been encouraged to do something to help people, you know, spruce up their homes just a little bit.
Okay.
So, what is it about color that makes such a difference in our living rooms, for instance?
Okay, thank you, Titi. I like to start by saying that your living room is where most people get to see out of the different parts of your home. And so your living room must be inviting. At the same time, it must be welcoming. It must be bright, vibrant. It should give life to whoever comes into the space, basically. So for living rooms, the best for me as an interior designer is for you to go neutral. So you do the neutral colors. And by saying the neutral colors, I mean colors like gray, light gray, soft tones of gray. White these days you have in shades. As funny as it sounds, but you find white these days in different shades.
So there are different types of white.
Yes. So you would get the off-white, you get apple white, you get all sorts. If you go to a paint shop today and you tell them, can I see the different types of white you've got? They'll show you. And so if you don't want the brilliant white, you can get something that fits you. And then you can do the beige, the cream, but really soft tones, neutrals, basically, are like the best for your living rooms. Now, I've heard people say things like, sometimes when my clients come in, they're like, purple is my best color or blue is my best color. Can I paint my walls, my living room blue? No, you can't paint your living rooms in blue, but you can accentuate with blue. Or you can feature a wall or two walls, depending on the size of your space, in that color that represents your style, your personality. But for instance, if I'm asked to do up a home for a king, we all know that purple is synonymous to royalty. But I'm not going to paint the walls of the living room of a king purple. No, because it's not going to be welcoming. Purple is not a color that will brighten your day if you come into the space. You can do all of that in the bedrooms. You can do the lavender, which is a lighter shade of purple in the bedroom. But in the living room, you have to use colors that are welcome, colors that can absorb any other thing that you bring on.
Okay, so there's something that we call a color wheel. And not a lot of people understand the color wheel and what it's for. Talking about the fact that you mentioned two walls can be one color, the other set of walls can be another color. I also want to bring light into this. So there are possibly a lot of living rooms now that don't have as much light as they should have. But then you're trying to find a color that will brighten up a room. But to me, if there's no light in the room, there's just no light in the room. Or am I wrong here?
No, you're not wrong. When it comes to lighting, you've got the warm light and you have the very bright one, which is, of course, the white one that will come out really, really bright. For some people, they don't like the white. So they'll rather the warm lights, which is like a subtle shade of yellow or cream. These days, you have lights that will come in tones. So you press the switch, you have a tone, you press the switch again, and there's another tone coming in. So it depends, for the lighting, it depends on you. But the colors of your wall has like a very important role to play in how lively, how bright your room is. And then the light can come as secondary.
All right. I'm also a big fan of natural light. Now, we have some images on the screen there of some before and after spaces. Now, you mentioned light grays before. You did, and you mentioned beige before. Now, this is a beige room here, and you can see the before and after. But this is it's a deeper color. But that looks quite colorful to me. But it's not something you would recommend?
I wouldn't recommend you paint the whole space orange or the entire space orange. If you really, really like orange and you want your room to look so bright, for instance, sometimes when we're working on some spaces and if it's a corporate job, the client might say, this is my color, this is our brand, and would like to, reflect our brand on our walls. We won't paint the entire wall. You can feature a wall or two walls, depending on the space. Also, you need to take note of the fact that if you use deep colors, it makes the space smaller.
I was gonna say that.
Yes, it just makes the face to be the face is just right in your face. But if you use the bright colors, it makes a tiny room would look twice the size if painted in like white or like a shade of cream or beige, as against painting it in like royal blue or purple or army green. If you
or red.
Or red. For instance, some people say, I love bright colors. I like loud colors. I wear loud things. Red is my favorite. You can feature a wall. The walls to my stairway is painted in red because I like red. But I won't paint my entire living room red.
What about my media wall? For instance, where my TV and my decoder and my DVD player
That's the wall, the kind of wall you can feature. I said it earlier, I said you can feature a wall. The wall, most times when you need to feature a wall, it's nicer to feature a wall where you're going to have your media wall, which is like your TV, and that's like the focal point of the living room.
So you can use a bright or a deep color on your media wall?
You can play around if you must.
Then how do I match my curtains and my window coverings? So I have a very light, bright color on my walls. I have a deep media wall, but then my curtains come in.
your curtains must be subtle.
Okay.
And then when it comes to curtains, you need to now decide on what the color of your furniture will be. For instance, if you're doing an all-white living room and your sofa is black, then your curtains can be black if you like to be dramatic.
Okay.
If you are not, some people say black curtains, no. Who died?
Okay.
And then you can go like in shades of gray, which will be, it will pop out of the white, but at the same time, it flows with your gray. And then the wall you're featuring can come in another shade of gray.
Okay.
Do you get? I've realized that over time, when you design a home and you go monotone, it comes out nicer. Okay. So my walls are, say for instance, a very soft shade of beige. Okay. My furniture could be another shade of beige or cream. Earthy tones, it's still in the same family.
Like what you're wearing now.
Yeah.
I noted that what you're wearing now it's subtle, but you matched it. It kind of matches your skin, also matches your hair.
Yeah.
So you're saying that you don't always have to have a contrasting color in your home?
It's up to you. You can have a contrasting colors, but it must come as your accessories, not as the main color that you see when you come into the space.
Right.
So for instance, if you're working with shades of beige, you can pop in your throw pillows in orange, or your center rug in orange. Your flower vases could have a bit of orange. You can even do yellow. You can do red.
Right.
But it's easier for you to maintain what you have when you go with neutral colors, because the neutral colors will readily absorb anything you bring in.
Okay, so I know we have to wrap this up now, but I have a feeling we've been able to give people little nuggets that they can take away with them. But I want to encourage you, if you have a space at home now that you would like to change the color of, or you would like to spruce up, take a picture of that space, send it to us, and use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. And we'll be looking at some spaces next week, and we'll probably be giving you some advice on how to make them look much better. We're going to be heading back to the garden. It's time for some more music. Thank you very much once again.
You're welcome, Steve. Thank you. All right. We're done yet?
Kanjawa Chineke malele Osina gamawe Osina gamawe Cherabiko kankele ya daddy Cherabiko kankele ya o Cherabiko kankele ya Cherabiko kankele ya This is what we do. Imana Jehovah mewolo mi o jiri buru chimu Jehovah me Chime ye Jehovah mewolo mi o jiri buru chimu Jehovah me, ma, Imana Jehovah me. Jehovah me wala mi yo jiri buruchim. Yo jiri buruchim. Jehovah me, Osinaga mawulo. Jehovah me wala mi yo jiri buruchim. Yeah, Jehovah me, ma. I don't know what I go give you, Papa. I go give you Jehovah. Hey, I don't know what I go give you, Papa. Let's go. I don't know what I go give you, Jehovah. Hey, I give you Amala. You say you know the thing. Naso, Naso, Naso. Hey. I don't know what I go give you, Jehovah. You know the thing. Take shawarma, you say you know the thing. Then I show Baba, Baba, Baba. What do you want to? Baba, Baba, Baba. What do you want to? Baba, Baba, Baba. All right, Baba, go, go. Baba, Baba, go, go. Take him, Baba. Baba, go, go. Baba, Baba, go, go. Let me see your dance now. Shake him, shake him. Shakam, shakam, everybody, wherever you are. Many bago go, daddy bago go, tirani.
Now, you know Thursdays are for book chats, right? And I have here in my hand, Service, The Way Out. It's God's answer to a woman's question on religious insurgency. Now, this is a really special book. It's by St. Petersburg Jigo. And she's joining us this morning to talk about this book that might turn out to be controversial for some people. But I think it's quite an interesting book and also a very compelling read.
Yes.
From the get-go, even from the beginning, where you talked about why you wrote the book.
Yes.
And you went in the direction of a particular scripture in the Bible where it says that if my people who are called by my name
Yes.
will humble themselves and pray.
Yes.
And that was where you started this book from. And could you just tell us why it was really, really important for you to put this book together?
Okay, now, thank you very much for having me on your set. Thank you on your program. Yeah, so in 2004, okay, no, 2014, actually, to be precise, you know, considering the insurgency, you know, the attack on churches and on Christians, you know, so from a Christian perspective and being one, I went to God in prayer and I said, Lord, what is going on? Okay, or have you decided to just like kill everybody? You know, we sinned so much that, you know, we are irredeemable and that you could never forgive us. You know, what is going on here? Okay, now, cutting through the chase, I found out, okay, that the people of God, now, if you look at the book, you would see two soldiers here.
Yes.
Okay? Yes, like a soldier representing the coalition army from the free world, okay? And then this guy here, like an Islamic radicalized extremists, as it were, okay, religious or a jihadi, you know, as we would call them. And of course, that is what they are, okay? Now, they believe that God has sent them, you know, to sanitize the earth of faith in Jesus as the Son of God, because so far as they are concerned, that in itself is blasphemous. So now there is the tendency for us to, when I say us, I mean Christians, to get up and say, oh, is the Fulani, is the Killer Squad headsman, I don't want to call them Fulani, the Killer Squad headsman, okay? Or, oh, it is His Excellency Buhari, or it is ISIS and all of that, you know, like blame everybody else but you. Now, are they doing all of that? Yes, they are. But when you're pointing at someone, 80% of the time, you have a contributing factor. Do you understand? So if you get into the mind of God, you understand, you would understand that God is not looking at those people. God is looking at His people. It's not going to take God anything to shut down, you know, the opposition. Bible tells us that He's the one who makes all wars to cease. So it will not take Him anything to say, you know what, hey, you guys stand down, okay? But then He said in 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 14, if my people who are called by my name, so it's like, if my people, now don't be mistaken, the ones who are called by my name, those who say, oh, we belong to God, we are the Pentecostals, we are, you know, God, we're God's children. God said, okay, no wahala. Yes, you guys who are called by my name, you need to humble yourselves. Now, we call these people wicked. So let's go through the chase, okay? So if my people should turn from their wicked ways, He said, humble yourself. He said to pray. He said to seek my face. Now, I see the word of God as both profound and prophetic. So that is how I read it. So when you humble yourself, God will say, okay, you're praying. I'm seeking your face. I'm not even seeking your hand. I'm not even asking you to bless me, or I'm seeking your heart. I'll say, then He says, you've not turned from your wicked ways. You're still a wicked person. Now, how have we been wicked? This book tells us how we've been wicked.
Yeah, I know. I mean, going deeper into the book, I mean, there are several things that you said that you try to capture quite a number of things. One of the things that you mentioned at the beginning of the book, where you talked about being at war, you know, looking at it initially, you would think, oh, is this a full-scale war? But going deeper, you know, you were quoting some scriptures. One of the scriptures that you quoted was quite interesting, talking about the weapons of our warfare. Are not carnal. They're not carnal. They're mighty through God. So it's not physical weapons.
It's not physical weapons.
It's, you talked about strongholds in the mind and all that. Can you just touch on that a little bit for us?
Okay, now, if you go through the book, and again, if you assess the situation, you're dealing with the average jihadi, okay, who, so far as he's concerned, is on a mission from God. So you need to get into the mind of the terrorist. You understand? And it is deep calling onto deep. You've got to match ideology with ideology. However, if you want to combat this ideology, because these people are running a script, they're running an ideology, okay? Now, if you want to combat it, you need what I have described in the book as an omni-superior ideology, okay? And there is a place to find that ideology. It's all in the book. So you need that omni-superior ideology. You cannot get rid of the ideology that drives terrorism with guns and bombs and, you know, and when you read, I think it's in the chapter 1, that this war has brought, you know, experts, you know, of war, you know, geopolitics, you know, and religion to their wits' end. They don't know what to do. The other day, the president of France, Macron, said, I don't know what to do anymore. He doesn't know what to do. France is a military power. Is militarily powerful nation. And how can France say that they do not know what to do?
So
what is going to happen to Nigeria?
Of the day, it really has to do with the mind.
It has to do with the mind.
That's where the war is.
That is where the war is, you know, because what is agitating, you know, this fight and fueling it, you know, is a mindset, is a stronghold. A man's mindset is his stronghold. So you need to pull it down. But how do you pull it down? You can't, like Malali said, she said, you can shoot my body, but you cannot shoot my mind. That mind has cloned itself. There are people who believe in that mind. So even if you shoot her body, there are other Malalis will rise up.
You know, there's also a message for Christians in this book. I mean, we don't have that much time, so we'll have to round off in another minute or so. But in chapter 5, you said something about you're challenging Christians and believers and people who claim to be Christians as well, that there's a concept of once saved, always saved, brought on by James Calvin at some point.
Oh, yes.
And you try to also help Christians to see that their lifestyle, the way they live, you know, is also really, really key, because it then brings us back to the scripture in 2 Chronicles that you quoted earlier.
Exactly. Okay. That particular ideology, you know, like I was telling a while ago, if you look at these two soldiers, on the outside, this is the jihadi, okay? But this is the church. And this is a reinvented church. And that reinvention is fueled by that ideology of once saved, always saved. Grace for sin, okay? Because you're born again, oh, that's all right. I can go on being irresponsible, my old character still intact, and everything is fine. No, everything is not fine. And that is what we're hearing from the pulpit. And we know that the pulpit is so powerfully persuasive. So what we say from there, you know, could actually make or subvert the souls of men. So the Christians need to, as a matter of urgency and priority, get rid of that nonsense called once saved, always saved. I've read the book, sir. I have read it, and I have understood it. I'm still reading it. I'm still understanding it. There is no such reality from Genesis to Revelation that tells a Christian that, oh, you know what, you could be saying, a makeup artist said to me, oh, yeah, because her friend kept saying, oh, you say you're a Christian, but you're still doing whatever. She said, oh, yes, that when she sins, that God does not see her, that he sees Jesus. And I stopped her. I'm like, who told you that? She said that her pastor. I said, okay, does it make any sense? Okay, let's say you're digging it out with some shacking up somewhere, okay? And you say, oh, Jesus, God is not seeing me, God is seeing Jesus. And that is blasphemy.
I have to stop you there. we need to round up
Thank you so much.
Because we're still heading to the kitchen. But the book is
I can't wait to have one of those parfaits.
Service, The Way Out.
Yes.
That's the book. And it's an amazing book. It's a compelling read, like I said. Also quite controversial, because there's a lot of people who are going to challenge you on some of the things that you said in there. But well done, and congratulations. congratulations on the release of the book. Please join us in the kitchen over here.
Amazing stuff. Somebody shout hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Oh, wow, yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Welcome.
You're welcome to the kitchen.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I am one of those.
I can imagine. So today's chef is Chef Shebi Otimo of Super Tong Concept.
Thank you.
And yes, she made this fruit parfait
with kuli kuli.
AKA kuli kuli parfait.
Kuli kuli.
Yes, there's actually kuli kuli in it. There's granite cookies.
Granite cookies, not kuli
So
kuli.
I'm sure you'd like to try one.
Oh my God.
All right.
Okay, Father, we thank you. Oh my God, thank you
All right,
for
so we
honoring
have
me.
quite a lot of things in there. Can we list some of the things in there?
Yes,
quickly?
please.
Okay.
So we have
coconut
apples,
flakes, we have apple, we have grapes.
All right.
We have granite cookies, kuli kuli, and we have our river stick.
Beautiful.
And the main thing, the sweetened yogurt, homemade yogurt.
She made the yogurt, she made the kuli kuli.
Yes, we do this at events.
From scratch.
Beautiful. From the scratch.
What did you think?
Oh, it's lovely. I like it.
Are you saying that by faith or?
Not by faith. No, the thing is, I buy a lot of yogurt at home, and I have a coconut. And like actual coconut, and I cut it up, and then I have I also buy the coconut flakes, to sweeten it. And then my daughter likes the honey Cheerios or something. Honey, yes. So I also spice that up. And oh yes, so
we have.
Yes, it's a staple in my house.
I wish I could taste it now. The quicker we wrap this up, the quicker I can taste my own. We have to say a big shout out to Homely NG for the amazing kitchen accessories. We appreciate you.
Yeah, we're gonna be back tomorrow for the Friday edition of the show.
Yes, sir.
I'm not seeing any welcome back messages on Twitter. Maybe my
Maybe
Facebook.
they didn't miss you.
Welcome back, Yomi
Yeah,
Owope.
maybe
We missed you.
Maybe my Facebook guys will
Do you want to go for another month?
No, we'll show you how much we missed you on tomorrow's game day.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
in Petersburg today.
We'll be back
See you
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Bye.